Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the Legend of Korra. This is book 4, chapter 7, titled Reunion. Last time around, that was tough to watch, with Korra going up against Kuvira, kind of getting her ass handed to her there, even when she went into the Avatar state, and we found out that no, she's not quite there yet, mentally. But thankfully, the Airbender kids, they were there. They were able to get Korra out. But Sue has been captured. Like the entire city of Saufu is now under the control of Kuvira. So they did what they wanted to do. And then we also have Bolin and Varrick, who managed to kind of get away or fake their death in a sense with the train there and the explosion. Some quick thinking on both of their parts. So yeah, I'm really curious about what's going to happen now. Where do they go from here? The episode is titled Reunion, so they're gonna meet up with someone, and there's gonna be a reunion. That's all I think I know for sure. And you can of course always check out our full length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing, including The Legend of Korra, where we are several episodes ahead and getting to the end of book 4. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And here we go.
Luckily, the Airbender kids and Opal rescued Korra and escaped Zaofu. For the first time in 3 years, Korra will finally be back in Republic City.
Okay, going to Republic City.
Reunion? Babu!
Naga!
Oh, they haven't seen each other in so long.
No.
I
Happy
miss you
Doggo.
so much, girl.
Mom! Dad! We're back!
I'm proud of you all for finding Korra.
Proud enough to get me my tats?
No.
No.
Welcome home.
I missed you, Tenzin.
No one expected you to handle Kuvira on your own. It's up to all of us to find a way to deal with her.
Where's Bolin? He's not still on Kuvira's side, is he?
I can't believe he would stay with her after what she did to my family, but we don't know where he is.
How about you use your own legs for a while? You know, when I fled Republic City with Zhu Li, she carried me 20 miles in one day.
I want you to take my hand and march with me out of this forest!
You really have a way with words, kid. No wonder I made you a mover star. All right, I'll take the driver's seat for a while. Okay, so boy,
Nope.
Here we go.
Or you could just walk, both of you.
Yep.
Is that a trap? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
And I'm loving the hair. Thanks. You're looking snazzy as always.
Come on, Mako got us a table at the restaurant.
She blushed!
Hello.
Oh, fuck.
no.
Prince Wu, rightful heir to the throne, and this guy's boss. Hey, pop into the Avatar state for me. I want to see your eyes glow.
What? No.
So can you go into the Avatar state again? I was worried when you told me you couldn't.
Well, wait, when did she tell you she couldn't?
What's going on with you two? Mako, if it makes you feel any better, she didn't write me either.
Why would she?
That's no.
Never mind.
Well, I kind of have some big news. I went to visit my father for the first time.
Oh yeah.
He might just be manipulating you again.
You think I don't know what my own father is capable of?
No, I didn't mean...
You don't get to disappear for 3 years and then act like you know what's best for me.
Mako, come on. I need you to stand guard.
I'm not gonna hold your hand every time you have to empty your royal bladder. Go to the bathroom on your own for once.
Fine.
Fine.
I just stand there in the general vicinity while he... I don't want to talk about it.
Aw. It is a bit.
Perhaps a spritz of cologne to freshen up.
He's yeah. The one time Mako should have gone with him.
Wonder if they were tracking us after we escaped.
Hello, fellow travelers! Please just let us out.
I think I know just what to do with a couple of Kuvira's top men.
Help them? By any chance? Those people might have been from the re-education camp.
Woo! You in here? Come on, your octopus fritters are getting cold.
I'll be right back.
Haven't seen him.
I'm in laundry.
Oh, fuck. Come on, Korra.
Did you fart?
No.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's not in there?
All hail the great uniter.
They must have moved Wu to a different vehicle when we lost sight of them.
The one time I don't watch him pee, and this is what happens.
Oh,
Ask the
spirit
spirits.
wine.
Yes.
They're taking Wu to the train station.
Are you sure? How do you know?
I'll explain on the way. Just drive. We're running out of time.
Kuvira's been purging states of anyone who's not of Earth Kingdom origin and locking them up.
Oh.
Purging?
You're gonna help us talk our way past some Earth Empire soldiers.
Ethnic cleansing?
Kind of, yeah, okay. That's...
We don't work for Kuvira anymore.
If our handsome mugs get recognized trying to go through that checkpoint, we're goners.
If any of us want to get out of the Earth Empire alive, we'll have to trust each other.
All right, where's this checkpoint?
Who taught you that?
Lynn's mom. I found her in the swamp. That place is like one giant spirit wild.
You met Toph? What was she like?
A cranky, more miserable version of Lynn.
Is that even possible?
You'd be surprised.
The original Bayfong.
Yeah.
Which train is Wu on?
I don't know.
Split up and start looking.
Damn, she put up those walls quick.
Yep.
Listen, pal, I had to fight off 2 badger moles, 6 wolf bats, and 18 hog monkeys to get these guys, so sorry if I don't have the paperwork. I am in sore need of a shower, and I have blisters that are the size of cantaloupes and twice as juicy.
Let them through.
Well done, Varrick. Fuck. Come on, time to lava bend. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Well.
Those mech suits, man. What is he doing?
Using his wits.
Shit, Bolin.
Boy, I sure hope this works.
Huh.
We're clear. Come on.
What about the rest of them?
Yeah. Come on, Bolin.
Nice. Noctok to the rescue.
Yeah.
Thanks. You didn't have to come back.
Yeah, I kinda did. Let's go.
Oh, he feels guilty.
Whoa, whoa! It's me.
Mako?
We're gonna get you out of here.
Everyone out!
I'm not going up there.
You want out?
Yeah, you are.
You all right?
Yes, thank you. I owe you my life, Avatar. How about I take you out for a night on the town?
You're asking me out right now?
I'll put you down for a maybe.
How about a never? Not exactly what I imagined for our first day back together.
But it was kind of like old times, except for the getting on each other's nerves part.
That is like old times for me,
Yeah.
Korra.
Just...
I'm sorry things got
Aw. No.
No.
You guys are the greatest friends a guy could have.
He's so sad.
What are we gonna do with him?
This is Asami's place. She was nice enough to let my family stay here
Oh,
after we
damn.
fled Ba Sing Se.
Mako, it's so wonderful to...
Of course.
She's a royalist. She's gonna freak out. Yeah.
She loves
royalty. I think I'll fit right in.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking out for me, Mako. Now, where's the nearest bathroom? I have been holding it all day.
He's gonna like it
He
there.
never got to pee.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We're heading north too. Why don't you come with us?
I'm allergic to drowning. I mean, we'd love a lift.
No. Okay. Smooth.
Very.
Harvest these vines until there's nothing left.
Wait. Where are they? In the swamp? Oh fuck no.
Yep.
No.
Oh, it's the big one.
Don't you fucking... Well, if they run into tough, they are in...
Deep,
serious trouble. I hope. Ooh, another very eventful episode. But that was chapter 7. We are now more than halfway through book 4. And a lot happened, once again, with the different characters, of course, that we're following. We did get some reunions, which was very nice. Korra getting back to Republic City, seeing Tenzin,
Naka.
and Naka. Yeah, that was really nice. Of course, they've been separated for a while as well, and then her seeing Asami and Mako and Wu. Even though that wasn't really a reunion, just they met each other for the first time, and he was just acting the way that he usually does, which is just being too much and coming on to Korra. But yeah, of course, the one time that Mako doesn't go with him to the bathroom, that's when he's going to get kidnapped.
Yeah.
And I guess, it makes sense that Kuvira wants Wu just to make sure that there's no one out there who's kind of a threat to her new position and her new empire. And we're just continually learning more and more about how she's doing things. Mm-hmm. Especially with what we then learned from the part with Bolin and Mako and them meeting these refugees, I guess you could call them, or people who has escaped from the re-education camps. And we learned that many of the people in the re-education camps are there because they're simply not earthbenders. They're not originally from the Earth Empire. So you said it, you could almost...
Ethnic cleansing.
Yeah, you could almost equate it to an ethnic cleansing. That, you are not from here, and we earthbenders are superior, or whatever the fuck, and we're just gonna lock you up.
Reminds
in
me
these
a
camps.
little bit of someone I know, or not personally, but something I know from the history books.
Something that happened in history.
With re-education camps.
Yes, and also
where all political opposition, all the artists, all the communists.
Yeah.
Where all of these people they ended up.
Yeah.
All the
people
of a different or specific faith.
Yeah. All the people who didn't fit into one certain box. And yeah, of course, seen it multiple times through history, and something that's unfortunately still going on today to some degree in parts of the world. Yeah. But yeah, let's not dwell on that. It was nice to see that Bolin, he kind of even though I wouldn't say that he's responsible for where they ended up, but he had been helping out Kuvira, and he was part of the inner circle, if only for a day. But he still felt responsible, and he wanted to do something, and he wanted to make sure that they got out of there safely. So that was nice to see.
But I also don't think it was purely out of
guilt.
Sheer guilt. It's just that. Of course, the guilt might have driven it, but he is at the core still a good human being.
Yeah.
So he wanted to do it out of what he felt was more morally right to do.
Yes.
You can't just leave these poor people.
No, of course not. It was the right thing to do. And Bolin, he is a hero, certainly, both in real life and in the movies as Nuktuk. And Varrick as well, using his ingenuity there to get rid of the mechs, or shut them down. That was really cool to see that he's not just in a fight. he's not completely useless.
No, he's still a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in the most funny and somewhat endearing way. But
He is. It's
whining.
I'm glad he's still a part of this whole thing, and
Yeah.
it wasn't just him being in book 2 and then having a few cameos in book 3. No, he's a part of this whole universe and a main character almost. And still very sad about Julie that she left him, and I'm still holding out hope, I guess, that she's gonna be able to turn it around at some point and become his assistant again, or his confidential, or maybe his partner. She's gonna be not just be someone he's gonna order around all the time, just to make up for the way that he's been treating her. I don't know. We'll see. But this time around, I did put up a post on Patreon. So let's see if there are any comments or any questions in there. Oh, all right. Well, it says there are 3 comments, but there's only 1. So that must mean that someone commented something, and it might have been a spoiler, and then they removed it, or someone told them that they should remove it. I don't know. There's 1 comment. There's 1 question at least, and that one is from Austin D. Any thoughts on Mako, Asami, and Korra's initial reunion in the restaurant? If you didn't already say something about it 2 minutes before you read this. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Some pretty great little character moments in there that stand out. Yeah, true that. That was an interesting moment in the restaurant, and you definitely had a few reactions to their initial reunion there.
Yeah, it's it's always interesting to see when people haven't seen, because they haven't seen each other for like what, 3 years now.
3 years, yeah.
And of course, there was always like the odd one out. That was
Wu.
Wu,
Yeah.
just being annoying as always.
Mm.
I would say. But apart from Korra having to deal with that thing. It was quite interesting, I think, because we saw that Mako was kind of getting a little bit upset that she wouldn't trust him, like that Korra wouldn't trust him and write him and tell him what's up.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that they kept contact, and they have of course they are getting very close, Korra and Asami, and there was a blush when she said it, like the hair was good on her.
Yeah, is that because we have discussed it before? Actually, that might be a new couple in the making, or there's something romantic going on there between Asami and Korra.
And I'm rooting for it. I'm truly rooting for it.
That would be awesome. I don't know if that is going to happen. Just considering when this was made, even though it's not that long ago, but we'll see. We'll see. It was an interesting exchange at least, but it also got a little bit heated between Korra and Asami, because Asami told them about how she's been in contact with her father. She's thinking about trying to forgive him, and then Korra kind of spat back with like, how can you even do that? And he's not trustworthy, and so on. And of course Asami knows, and she doesn't. She got kind of offended that Korra would be telling her that stuff, because like, yeah, I know that
this is something that I'm already dealing with myself.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get to just come back here after 3 years and then tell me how to live my life. That was a little bit aggressive maybe, but it was because Korra really hit something there.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It coming from Korra, I think, as well. That was a big, because they have been so close and they have been in contact, where Korra didn't really get in contact with either Mako or Bolin, as you said, which, yeah, she just was more confident talking or writing back and forth with Asami, or more comfortable with that, at least.
But I also get it, like, even though they might be like, they kind of split up on good terms, somewhat good terms, Korra and Mako. There's still a little bit of like distrust between them. I at least that's how I relate to it. Like, if it was me, I would still not trust them, either Bolin or Mako, as much as I would trust
someone like Asami.
Someone like Asami, who's maybe starts out like more of a friend, but then maybe evolving into something more.
Yeah. At least for now, more of a confidant or someone that she can confide in a bit more than Mako and Bolin. But there's a lot of history there already between all of these people, and them not like meeting up and seeing each other for 3 years, or at least the others haven't seen Korra for 3 years. Like there's a lot of unspoken words there, I'm sure, and things they would like to say to each other, or things they regret. Maybe they're also just a teeny tiny bit mad at Korra for just disappearing, and like, why didn't you tell us what you were dealing with?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you have a friend that's struggling with something, and they are struggling silently, without really telling you what's going on, or without really
you want to be there for them.
Yeah, of course. Like, of course, you can't take away their pain.
No.
But you can be there as a support, as someone who's like listening. It's like a crying shoulder. It's like, or a shoulder to cry on. Yeah. So you're just still there for that person, and also the hurt. There's definitely a feeling of hurt when someone does not trust you with this, does not trust you with their inner feelings. If you thought you're very close, and then it's just like, but I can help.
Yeah, and it's, of course, it's not something that you can force. It's not something that you should force or anything. No. But I totally get that disappointment. But can also understand Korra, because she was struggling so much and she didn't even know what to do with it, what it really was, or how and why, and that feeling of wanting to figure it out yourself before confiding in others.
I get that, but like I think you can definitely still choose to say, hey, I'm struggling with something. It's my thing. I am determined to resolve this on my own, but I'm still struggling. So you still you still say it to the people, so they know that you're struggling, so they know that they can be there for you and be a little bit more, I don't know, attentive to you, so they know that, okay, well, if you're feeling a little rough today, maybe it's not something I did to like hurt you, or it's not like so that they can accommodate to that specific struggle. And it's at least it's something I've learned myself. It's like sometimes you just need to be a little bit honest or open up a little bit. You don't have to like say, oh, I am going through the worst depression of my life. I want to kill myself all the time and jump out in front of a train every time. You don't have to go into detail. You don't have to necessarily tell people what kind of struggle that you're going through. You can just say, hey, I'm struggling. I'm trying, but I'm struggling. Just so you know. So you are aware that I'm going through this. And if you're comfortable enough to share that, maybe at some point you will start to open up a little bit more about all of this. And sometimes, I know this might not be this particular struggle, but some struggles are very nice to at least like just share the kind of struggle that you're going through, because sometimes it really helps to know that you're not alone.
It really does, and it can be very difficult reaching out to people, and that's at least something that I've learned, and I'm sure you've learned as well. Sometimes when you're really down, that you shouldn't, of course, rely on other people to fix it for you or anything, but it's just having people to reach out to and talk to about it if you need it. That's quite important, I think. So yeah, I totally get Mako and Asami feeling like, well, like you've been gone for so long and so many things have happened to you, and we used to be so close, like we love each other, and it's just like, why didn't you share that with us a little bit, like use us as a shoulder to cry on or something, as you said. But yeah, it's difficult, it's very real, and I love that they're delving into this part of like the human psyche, so to say, in a fantasy animated series. That I think it's a great writing so far when it comes to that, and for the characters, because it is so relatable.
It really is. And with all these struggles, like, yeah, we all relate to it in some way, and I think specifically these couple of seasons have been really saying
book 3 and 4. Like, holy shit. I get why people hold those two books in so high regard. I really do. Not taking anything away from book 1 and 2, but yeah, it's just really
it's something
good stuff.
else. And I think especially people in this particular age that, well, I can't remember. So what, she's 20 now?
Yeah, she must be thereabouts.
Okay, so a little bit earlier than that. So when the whole thing set out, I think that's a great age for talking about these things. Starting to break down all of these things that everybody, like, this whole thing with insecurity and, like, growing up and starting to become an adult and having to take responsibility for yourself and your own life and people around you, stuff like that. It's so incredibly important to feel some sort of, like, I can relate to this. I go through this myself, even though I don't have, like, bending powers or whatever, but like, we all go through stuff, and especially in this age where people are so vulnerable, like 16, 17 years of age is like one of the most horrible ages in one's life, because you're going through so much and you're a hormonal wreck, and there's like so much social life that
trying to figure out and
you're trying to fit in, but you're still trying to find yourself, and it's just one big, like, mess.
One big emotional mess. It's not easy being a teenager, and definitely isn't. So yeah, I would say that is like very well be the target audience for this, or it works very well for that audience.
And it's so important, especially because I think it's gonna help, especially the younger audience, like, can relate to something and know that they're not struggling alone.
Yeah.
None of us are struggling alone. We have each other, and we all struggle with something, and when we start to talk about it and start to iterate that we're struggling with something, that's when we start to heal.
Exactly. And we can do that. We have the capacity as humans to talk about things, communicate what we are feeling and what's going on in our lives with other people around us. So yeah, quite important.
And it's Korra's story as well. She's also trying to, like, when she starts to acknowledge that she's struggling with something, when she starts to open up about her struggles, and she confides in people that she's going through some stuff, that's when she finds out that she's not alone, and that she has, like, the power of herself is actually in the way that she's not alone. Just because she's the Avatar doesn't mean that she has to go through all of this
alone,
all this Avatar stuff. She's not the only person responsible for the whole world. We all are.
And even Tenzin said so, like, no one expected for you to just defeat Kuvira and her entire empire just by yourself. Like, we need to do this together, all of us. So we're gonna take it from here and see what we can do, all of us. So yeah, Tenzin is he's grown a lot as well, and the way that he has just become almost like the perfect mentor and confidant as well for Korra. That's I love that. So a good reunion overall, and some interesting things happened. One little detail that I noticed, or just suddenly remembered, I have told us before, it's just something with names, because we didn't remember Sue's husband's name, but that's of course Bata as well, and the kid is Bata Junior.
Exactly.
That's a way to remember it. Bata Junior. Just wanted to mention that. But did anything else happen in this one that you want to highlight?
The ending.
Yeah.
Remember what I said about, like, Kuvira wanting to use the spirit vines as, like, a couple of episodes back, and that's when she starts to make an imbalance in the world with, like, the spirit. She's taking the biggest one.
Yeah, if she starts to fuck up things in the swamp, and they've already, they told us back in the last Airbender, and we also have gotten in this book when Korra was with Toph, how important this place is. That's really shit. I hate that she's going for that place, and she's gonna, like, even told them, like, cut down all of it.
Get all of it.
Everything, every spirit vine you can find in this place, which is a huge fucking place. That swamp, like, she's we've said it many times that we understand where she's coming from, but she's like, with every new decision that she makes, she's just becoming more and more of a straight up villain in a sense, or this dictator emperor type, who's just using everything in the world to her own gain.
Exactly. And I know I just like drew a lot of parallels to someone else or to another period of time, but using like it as a cover, like the whole spirit thing as a cover for making weapons. I can't help but draw another parallel to what happened, why economic growth happened, like during his reign, was because of like weapon factories.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know who exactly when.
Yeah,
what
I don't want to name him.
Doesn't deserve it.
And I'm also a little bit afraid of like the internet gang coming after me
if you bash Hitler. No.
If
you like Hitler,
if I draw too many parallels between, like, how I'm not saying that she's.
No, you're not.
It's just like it's just reminiscent of something. I'm not.
Yeah. It's, of course, there's always gonna be, and when it comes to series, there's always gonna be people who are like, Kuvira did nothing wrong, just like we've seen with other characters in other series where we definitely think they did something wrong. But if you think you can still defend Kuvira at this point, I don't know how or why, but sure.
She's something that starts with an F and ends on fascist.
Let's just leave it at that then. Did you have anything else? No. All right. That's going to do it for this reaction and review of The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Chapter 7, Reunion. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.